So the next example here is find the volume. So the next example is find the volume of the solid obtained by revolving the cardioid having equation r is equal to a 1 minus cos theta about the initial line. What is the initial line? Initial line is the line having the value of theta as 0 degree or radians. So for calculating its solution, what we will do now, this is a polar curve, right? So firstly let me draw this curve. So the curve would look like something this. Right, so this point is theta is equal to pi and 2a comma pi. The distance of r is 2a and the angle here is pi, and this point here is theta is equal to 0 and the point is 0 comma 0. This is also known as the pole. This point is a comma pi by 2 and this point is minus a comma, the distance here would remain the same a, but the angle is going to change by minus pi by 2. So this is the figure that you all know what is a cardioid, and to calculate its volume, the volume is calculated using this relation pi into y square dx. So because this is symmetric about y-axis, this is obtained by revolving around y-axis. So what is the volume? Volume is pi into y square and the limits here are of x. So the limits of x varies from 0 to 2a. The minimum value of x is 0 and the maximum value is 2a. So this is the limit. So now, but we do not know what is this y. So for that, what we can do? We know what is the relation between polar and Cartesian coordinates. X is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. This is what we know. So we need y and we need dx. So firstly let me calculate y. Y would be, the value of r is given in question. The given curve is a into 1 minus cos of theta, and then we have sine of theta as such. So this is the value of y, and what would be the value of dx? Firstly, what would be x? X would be, the value of r is a into 1 minus cos theta into cos theta, right? So what would be the value of dx? So when you differentiate this one, a constant, then the derivative of cos is minus sin theta, and then the derivative of minus cos square theta is plus 2 cos theta sin theta, and then the derivative of theta, that would be d theta. Therefore the volume that becomes pi integration from 0 to here. These are the limits of theta, right? So let me first substitute the values. Pi into y square dx, that was the volume, right? So our volume here was x varies from 0 to 2a y square dx. It now becomes pi integration from the limits theta. And what is y square? This is our y. So y square would be a square 1 minus cos theta whole square sin square theta, and then what, this is y square. What is dx? Dx is this quantity, so we have a into minus sin theta plus 2 cos theta sin theta d theta, and the limits of theta, they varies from 0 to the point pi. So the limit now becomes theta varying from 0 to pi. So this is the limit. Now I hope you could perform this integration. You could simplify the terms. So we have pi a cube as constant. So we have 0 to pi, and then I have this term 1 minus cos theta square, and then sine square theta. 1 sine square theta is this one. 1 sine theta could be taken common from these two terms. So I have sine cube theta, and then I would be left with minus 1 plus 2 cos theta d theta. So what is this term? 2 cos theta minus 1. And what is this term? 1 minus cos theta whole square. So firstly, this first term, it becomes pi a cube integration 0 to pi. This becomes 2 sine square theta by 2 whole square, and then sine cube theta as such. And in moreover, what is sine theta? Sine theta is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So we have here, in place of sine cube theta, we have 2 times of sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2 whole cube multiplied by this term. So it would be minus 1 plus 2. The value of cos theta in half angles, this is 1 plus cos theta by 2 divided by 2, right? So we have, in place of cos theta, the value two cos square theta by 2 minus 1 d theta. So next you could simplify this, perform this integration. The final answer that you will get after solving and simplifying this is 56 divided by 15 pi a cube. So this is the answer that you would get. So I hope this is clear to you how to calculate the volume of revolution for different curves which are oriented in different directions. So firstly, if we have your curve which is formed by rotating the given curve about x-axis, the volume is calculated through this expression. Then if you have the volume of this curve obtained by integrating, obtained by revolving the given curve about this y-axis, so we have this formula.